Hey y'all,
Hey guys!
back again with another episode of Random Convos from the Couch.
Yes, we are back with another episode. We have a lot to discuss with you guys.
Yeah, we do.
We've actually been having this episode in the tuck as far as like things we wanted to get off our chest. I just used some Cody words. Episode in the tuck.
She used my isms.
Yeah, so definitely some things that we wanted to get into.
Right.
So of course, how we start off every podcast is
New music.
And what better way, because this weekend is the Grammys.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually happening
We speak, yeah.
Not like the show, but it's like the awards they announce before the actual show.
Yeah, because they have like 100 categories, so...
Is it really that many?
No, it's not 100 categories. I'm just being,
Exaggerating?
Yeah, exaggerating,
Okay.
but it's a lot of categories because, you got, country, rock, rap,
Yeah.
classical.
Yeah, and so...
spoken word.
One, wishing congratulations to Victoria Monet.
Yes, so far as we're recording, she has 2 of them hoes. So
Yeah, I think she was nominated for 7.
Okay, yeah.
7.
I think SZA had 9. So
yeah, she's the most nominated. Congratulations, SZA.
Yeah, because
she won a Grammy as well.
Yeah, does she have 1 or 2 so far?
She won 1 so far. No, I think she's won 2.
Okay. So loving it. The black women right now are killing it.
Yes.
Both projects, SOS as well as Jaguar 2, were both phenomenal. So congratulations, ladies, and good luck to you guys when the actual show does begin.
Killer Mike won.
Yes, Killer Mike has 2
for Best Rap Album.
Yes.
And we're gonna talk about it, y'all, obviously. Mm-hmm. But the Grammys
had a blunder.
They didn't make a mistake. So they tweeted that. So Killer Mike won 2 Grammys so far. He won for Best Rap Album, and then he also won for Best Rap Song.
Yep.
Now, the song that was also nominated was Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice.
Barbie, is it Barbie World?
I think it's Barbie World.
Okay.
They were nominated as well. And the Grammys had accidentally tweeted that they won. And I was like, wow, Nicki Minaj finally won a Grammy. But
not so fast, my friend.
They're like, actually, we made a mistake. It's Killer Mike.
The Twitter basically pulled the Steve Harvey at the award show, Miss America.
Yeah. So she ain't won.
Hold on. What's so crazy? So let me ask you this, because obviously you saw it before I did.
Yeah.
They had to tag her in that, right?
They did.
That is some bullshit for her. Like, damn.
And when I saw it, I went to her Twitter because I don't follow her anymore on anything, y'all.
We'll get to reason why. Unless
you don't already know. But just see if she, tweeted some stuff.
Right.
Crickets. Maybe she already knew.
Maybe, damn. All right, I'm gonna say. I was like, maybe they have to get a call first before.
Maybe they do.
But before, because they can't just. Well, I don't know, because I have seen videos of people looking at the television
and they don't really know,
and they don't know until they know. But maybe they would because obviously Killer Mike he made an acceptance speech. Okay. So he had to go out there. So obviously.
So he was there.
So he was there. Yeah, he already walked out there and accepted the award, of course.
So I doubt she was even
there
at the ceremony. Yeah.
But
yeah. Anyway, more music. Speaking of Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
Let's get into what has been causing an uproar within the past week in the female hip hop.
We could say the last 2 weeks,
January
week and a
26th
half
is when it came out.
Huh?
January 26th.
Oh, day before our anniversary.
Okay. So, in case you guys don't know, Megan Thee Stallion released a song called Hiss, and before it came out, she did a
preview, if you will.
Right, she did, and she also did a phone interview with the Breakfast Club.
Mm-hmm.
And Charlamagne was like, are you mentioning any names or whatever? And she was like, just like a snake, when they feel an attack, they start to hiss, back up off me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And he was like, is this directed to anybody? And she said, A hit dog gon' holler.
Which is true. Which is very true.
And boy, oh boy.
They was barking. Bark, bark.
Nicki Minaj has been hollering ever since.
This also shows that Nicki doesn't have any real friends around her because.
So tell the people what she did.
Okay, so and mind you.
Well, tell the people the song. You know what happened, the lyric.
So the lyric that really got her was, y'all not mad at Megan, y'all mad at Megan's Law.
By the way, the song is fire.
Fire.
Amazing.
Yes.
I love that Megan is coming back out.
Yeah.
Swinging. Letting people know, though I was down, y'all tried to break me down.
Right.
I'm resilient.
Right.
I will keep going. I'm not giving up. Y'all not gonna stop me. I'm here to stay. And in this song, she's letting people know, I'm Tina Snow. I didn't mean to rhyme that, but it happened.
Going hard on all.
Yeah. And in the song, y'all, Megan is talking her shit. She basically, coming from people that's been saying shit about her, the past, 2 years? The whole debacle with Tory Lanez.
Yeah, that happened in 2020 during the pandemic year. So we 2024. So the last 4 years have been very tough. I don't remember the year that she lost her mom.
Yeah, I don't remember a year.
Maybe that year.
That was kind of before she really blew up.
Yeah, I mean, but she was already at because if I'm not mistaken, Fever is the project. Mm-hmm. I think Megan's mom was still alive for that.
Okay.
I think. I don't hold me to that. But it's just, and here's the thing: she hasn't really done anything wrong to anyone,
mm-hmm.
yet she's gotten all this hate because if you like certain people that she.
Her mom died in 2019.
Okay, so it was before the album dropped.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the album dropped in 2019, but that's besides the point. But at the same time, she's just been playing defense, so
niggas had a lot of things to say.
Yeah.
Especially after she got shot.
Mm-hmm.
There was so many people in the industry that did not believe her, wanted to poke fun of her, saying she didn't get shot, saying she was lying.
Right. They just didn't want to admit it either. You say that she lied.
It was too, in the song, y'all, she made fun of, she took a shot at Drake because he had been saying shit, which was so odd because she never did shit to you. And why are you involved with this? Because Tory Lanez is your boy, can't be. Because y'all ain't never did a song together.
If y'all did, then nobody ever talks about
Toronto, but you didn't, you know what I mean? Like, it was so weird for Drake to even associate with Tory Lanez especially, and I've said this before, when majority of your fan base, a lot of your fan base are women.
Right.
You know what I mean? So for you to pick sides and take sides with this nigga, you looking real corny. He was taking shots at Meg unwarranted when she didn't do shit to you. It's because, maybe you try to hit on her, she didn't want you. So then, you know what I mean? Like
he started acting light skinned.
Right? So, but anyway, Megan took a lot of shots in the song, and when she shot, she aimed, she fired, and she hit. Right? But like Cody said, Nicki, when that Megan's Law song came out, y'all, she went crazy. Like, she started going on lives and tweeting, and at first it was like, okay, but then it was like days going by and she was still going.
And then it got to the point where all of a sudden she brought up Megan's mother.
Mm-hmm. But then people were saying too, when it's a rap beef, ain't no rules.
Okay, let me say this. I'm a battle rap fan. A battle rap, two people going back and forth. That to me is no rules because guess what? You signed up for it, mm-hmm. and you're getting paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
If I just happen to just get dissed from somebody that I may not even know, so they can say whatever they want. I didn't ask to be in this beef. You just decided to say something. So everybody that's saying that's mad corny. No, it's a rap battle. There's nothing involved or whatever like that. All she said was Megan's Law. And then you took it to heart, like, all right, well, I'll talk about dead family members. Nah, that don't work, especially for women. Come on now.
Yeah.
Like, I get the guys, because obviously their lyrics may be matching, like, if they talk about a lot of gun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they go that route because they talk about that stuff already. Nicki and Megan don't go, like, about, like, oh, I hope you die. And I don't know everybody's lyrics.
Definitely going too far.
Yeah, so that shit don't count for that.
Conjure up your dead mom, and it's like, why are you bringing her mom into this?
Yeah.
Like,
because at that point.
But Nicki kept going, and then it
for
was
days.
like, we were like, something is seriously wrong with her.
Right.
Like,
she has no real friends around her.
She clearly does not. And then so Nicki responded. She released Bigfoot. Horrible song. Horrible song. I'm not saying like horrible song like oh, you know, she went below the belt or was gutter, like
no, it was ass.
A bad song.
Yeah, it was really bad. Like
the line that killed me when Cody knows when she's like, "Gail," no, she's like, "You was talking to the queen, now you're talking to the king."
Gail.
Lying to the queen and you been lying to the king. Gail.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at that. It's the fact that we're still watching this shit.
I think.
What the fuck is that?
In my mind, I'm thinking.
But Nicki's never really been good at like rap beef and like just songs.
Well, yeah, because before she got away with it with the sales or that tactic. That's why I hate when people like when we have these rap debates amongst each other, whoever you're talking to. People talk about sales. You have nothing to do with that. You can say that you like your person more than you like the person that you may be arguing against, but talk about sales like, oh well, a bunch of people bought this stuff. That don't mean nothing. What are you talking about? So at the point, it got to the point where it was like, one, the beat was horrible. It sounded like a beat.
Mind you, the original beat she wanted was the beat that is Megan's main producer, or I think it was the Juicy J beat.
Yeah.
And they were like, you really think I'm gonna clear this shit for you? Like, be
No.
for real.
Like, this my sis.
Yeah.
Like type of shit. Like, what?
And then that's when she started, and that's when her Barb fans started looking up the producer's name, his real name. That's when they started putting out his address. You know what I mean?
They doxed a lot of people, which is stupid. Like, first of all, this has nothing to do with you. Stop involving your shit, involving in other people's shit. To be honest with you,
it's really embarrassing, and Nicki's really just too old.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it like any longer, but she lost.
Yeah, clearly.
And I really hope she takes this L and bows out respectfully, but I don't feel like she is. I feel like she's still gonna be like taking little shots.
Right. So we'll go from what at one point that they called her the queen, and she's from New York. We're gonna go to the king of New York. Well, at least that's what he calls himself. An album that dropped on the 26th as well. Beanie the Butcher, Everybody Can't Go album, his debut album from Def Jam.
Okay. Because I was gonna ask you how it was, and you told me you're gonna wait until the podcast to tell me.
Yeah, and I told you, a week went by, we were like, oh yeah, okay. So let me just say this. I would put it in my top 5 of Beanie albums.
Okay, how many projects has he had?
Oh, he has a few. I mean, okay, I'll say it like this: projects that didn't get on the top 5, but I'm not gonna get too detailed.
No, you don't have to get that. But I'm saying, how many does he have? If you could just say like total.
9 or 10, I don't know.
Okay.
It's a good number because I'm also got to understand like when he came in, it was still kind of like people ain't really whatever. Till 10 to Talk 3 came out, that is when we really got much of him. Shout out to Hit Boy, shout out to Alchemist for for both being the producers on the project. So what I got from this is definitely a label album. The projects I do enjoy from Benny from the past, Westside Gun has major influences on it, or it's a Griselda project. But I did like the fact that even with this album, we didn't really get a lot of drug talk. He showed a little bit more versatile on this project. He had the West Coast song with Snoop. He had like the like the Midwest Michigan type song with Peasy. Great feature from Stove God Cooks right now, even though the song came out in December, but technically I'm playing it a lot more since the album is out, so I can listen to it in full. Probably verse of the year so far, from just a feature verse of the year, I should say. But the project sounded real good. At first, it took a minute to realize we're not going to listen to the same normal projects we get from him and whatever like that. So I do like the fact he took the different route. This definitely was the album that he probably played for the executives. And
so do you think this was a good first album
for him? Yeah. And I hope to hear some more from him and stuff like that. I would for the next one he may do with them, I would like to see him go back into working with more other producers. Not saying like he can't go to a Hit Boy, whatever.
But you tired of Hit Boy?
No, I'm not. I'm not tired of Hit Boy of Alchemist. Especially.
No, I mean like working with him.
No, because mind you, let's be honest. I heard 6 projects from Hit Boy and Nas. That would be a question I think that would work, and I'm not sick of them working together, even though they're not working. That was it. They did their deal. I hope to hear more from him and everything like that. So shout out to that project. Shout out to everybody that was on it and everything like that. What else you want to get into?
So I want to talk about the Lovers and Friends tour.
Oh yes.
So if you guys don't know, the Lovers and Friends tour, it hasn't been out long as far as like how many years they've been doing the festival. It's fairly new. I think this might be like the 2nd or 3rd year. Now they announced the lineup on January 23rd, and these are some. Mind you, the Lovers and Friends is always one day, and it's in Vegas. So I'm just gonna name some of the headliners they have. So they have Janet Jackson, Usher, the Backstreet Boys, Snoop Dogg, Lil Wayne, Mary J. Blige, Ciara, Nelly, Timberlake, Keisha Cole, Nas, Ludacris, Ja Rule, Ashanti, Gwen Stefani, Nelly Furtado. Like, y'all, everyone that we loved from the early 2000s in hip hop, R&B, even some pop, are on this flyer, right? But turns out the people on the flyer have not been booked for the show. How we got to see this flyer is exactly how they saw this flyer. Yeah, so I first originally heard about it from Juvenile because he's on the flyer, and he had made a video basically saying like, they put me on this flyer, but he was like, no one has reached out to me. And
no deposit was made.
Correct. So then I was like, what? So I was like, ain't no way. They're just putting people on the flyer, hoping that the artists will just sign on. Now, before Juvenile said something, Mary J. Blige came out and was like, I'm not gonna be there. She had a previous engagement, but then maybe the next day she had posted, saw her Instagram story. Maybe the next day she had posted an emoji with the money bags, like
the check cleared.
Correct. And so now she's there. Now and then, yesterday I showed Cody a clip of someone was interviewing Monica on the red carpet, because she's also on the flyer. And the guy was like, I see you're going to be at the Lovers and Friends tour. How you feel about it? And she was like, I love the festival. She was like, I wish someone would reach out to me and book me properly. So then I was like, so y'all not going through proper channels. Y'all just putting shit to the wall hoping it stick and seeing if somebody be like, okay, I'll perform.
Right.
Because I was thinking, ain't no way. How can y'all afford to pay all these people? The fest was only one day.
Yeah, and it's I know it may be multiple stages, but a lot of people are just But you want to look. It might be somebody performing at one time, and then you gotta go to another stage to see another one. It's a lot going on, so they put too many people on this flyer. And you know what? It got to the point where maybe, just maybe, that they put these many people because they were like, well, obviously, they're gonna be like, oh, these are probably gonna be no shows, but clearly they probably didn't pay them people. So you know,
then they just put a bunch of people up there, and then like people gonna drop off, but it'll still be a good show.
Yeah. That's what I mean,
that's bad business.
Right, it is. This would have. I don't know how many years this has been. But it's.
Oh, mind you, as of January 26th.
Oh, it's sold out.
They officially sold out.
So.
And I think the tickets were like $400 for general admission. Yeah.
No, because you said what date was that again? January what? No, not the festival. When it sold out.
The 26th.
What
so
if
3 days later?
What if they basically was banking on this whole festival to get sold out, so they can actually pay the people from how many people may be showing up? Like if you understand what I'm saying? Like they didn't have the bread,
like the money for the tickets.
Yeah, because it's no.
But still, that's bad business.
It is. It's no different from like a local show. Like for us to pay the people, we got to get the people in.
Because also too, I feel like you're making the artists look bad because. If they not there,
yeah, and on top of that,
now their fans are mad at them. So then you come out looking like the bad guy. Like,
what about
they didn't even reach out to me to pay me.
Hotel and people that may be coming with that artist, because the artist is not gonna just be by themselves.
Exactly,
they got bands, all that. Yeah. So that very bad, very.
What else you got?
One festival that it seems like it's something that I would want to go to. Trying to get the name of it. Is it Soul Bloom or something like that?
Yeah, I think it's called Soul Bloom.
Yeah. Snow Allegra and JoJo Maida and Masego and that's gonna be in Sacramento. It's gonna be in May. But they separated in 3 days, and it's not that many people. Which that's a lot of people. People want to enjoy festivals.
Did you hear about Coachella?
Oh, I heard that this was their lowest.
Yeah,
and I'm mad because this was a good lineup they had this year. If I'm not mistaken,
they're not doing really good with their ticket sales.
Yeah, but then again,
I mean, look at the.
I feel like right. I think they went up on prices because I think people who normally go to these was like, nah, not this year. Now I don't think it has anything to do with the performers.
The prices on a bad economy.
That part. That's what I think will happen. I think they're trying to break even. So
that's crazy.
That is.
Let's move on to pop culture.
Okay,
so do you want to talk about Vince McMahon? This is your lane. I'm going to let you take it away. Take it away, Cody.
All right, well, it's a lot of bullshit that's going on right now in the WWE. Now, if you used to watch wrestling or still watch it or whatever like that, or you don't have to watch wrestling to know who Vince McMahon is. But from a kid's point of view, even though what I'm about to say is not very kid-like, he was a sick bastard back in the day. I did not like the Mr. McMahon character.
He still is.
Which what I was going to get to was basically we found out, wrestling fans, if you will, Vince McMahon was not playing a character. He was being himself. And we didn't even notice because we were young. So Vince McMahon, obviously he had to step down from the company because of the fact that it was a female employee who basically was like...
I thought she was like a regular woman. I didn't know she was an employee.
Well, yeah, I think she used to work for the company.
Okay.
But then basically decided to just, take it all to court. And with the things that we heard back, were not good. So
what did she accuse him of?
Okay, no, it wouldn't accuse, but this is what she said. Well, actually, it would be accused because it's proven, guilty till proven innocent, right? He defecated on her, like on her face or something like that, like shitted.
You could have just said that.
Yeah, right. I wanted to do what they said, whatever like that.
Okay.
He was trying to re-sign Brock Lesnar, and I'll get to him in just a little second. So he had this woman make videos to Brock Lesnar, and in one of the videos, I guess she was peeing. No, like peeing, like in the video. I guess I don't know if it's a pee fetish, whatever like that. Brock had called, I don't know if it was a FaceTime, but called her a bitch and all that. Either way, they got they got them to re-sign back with the company and stuff like that. And there were text messages because Vince McMahon involved himself in a bunch of threesomes and foursomes and orgies and all that type of stuff.
Wow.
Over 60 years old, him and Linda has been separated for a while. But a lot of these things did not look good for the company, especially for the fact that The Rock just partnered up with TKO, who inquired the WWE. I forgot when, but it was not good look. To the point where they don't even mention they don't even mention Vince McMahon in WWE no more. Like, that's how bad it got.
Yeah, I mean, you said they removed him from the board.
Yeah, they removed him. Yeah, well, yeah, he resigned. He and it was that was the best thing that could happen over this horrible situation.
He resigned because he had no choice.
He had no choice. Yeah, but at this point, it shouldn't even got to this far. He should have been gone a long time ago. But this started really in 2022, and then they just kind of like, well, I'll step down, and then he just kind of made his way back up April of last year. So we only got a few months of him being gone or whatever like that. But he still had people in his ear. Like, he still was kind of like making moves to other people that work for the company and stuff like that. Brock Lesnar also has not made a return back to WWE because since he was part of this as well. So all the plans they had for him are no longer. So he's most likely not going to come back as well. But yeah, so he's a sick bastard. I hope they throw the book at him and everything like that.
But do you think he's actually gonna get in trouble?
They have to me, I think they have enough to prosecute him.
Okay.
I personally do. But yeah. So yeah, Vince McMahon, nah, but yeah.
Okay, so that's what you say.
Yeah.
Do you want to go ahead and go into sports?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and start it.
Okay, go ahead.
So, you guys, a couple weeks ago, Charisma and I had this conversation. I don't even know how we got to the conversation. Oh, I remember now. So, we were talking about how Luka Doncic, no, I take that back. Joel Embiid, he scored 70 points in a game. Which is great. I was like, man, 70 points in the game is a lot of points. So you obviously gotta shoot the ball or, take a bunch of shots and everything like that.
And then Cody, I think that day too was the anniversary of Kobe scoring 81 points.
Yeah, we discussed this on the day that Kobe had scored 81 points, not knowing that was the day. And I was telling Charisma, I was like, man, when that game came out, that game wasn't like on television over here, like we can just watch it. It was just a random Sunday afternoon in California. And it was obviously filmed over there.
So me and Cody, y'all, when he was telling me this, we're just laying down. I'm like, wow. He's like, what? I said, I know they praised Cody for scoring 81 points and even this Joel guy, Embiid. But I'm like, really and truly, yeah, that's good for him, but that is not a good look
for the team. Right. Oh.
Because I said, that nigga, when we were talking about Kobe, I said, that nigga was out there fighting for his life.
Yeah.
He scored 81 points because he had no choice.
This is what happened. Because I think I remember also what happened in that conversation. Remember I told you, I said, well, I watched highlights of that game. And at one point of that game, they were losing, the Lakers. They were losing like in the third quarter at one point. So if you score 81 points, you would think that it's going to be a wash. Like, obviously, you up by a lot of points.
And so, y'all, I had Cody look up the game.
And I have the stats right here.
He said, so obviously Kobe was the highest.
So I
asked him, I said,
who was the second?
I said, who was the second? And I said, and how many points did they score?
Right. Now, real quick before I say it, mind you, Kobe shot the ball 46 times and made 28 of them. He shot 3 points 13 times and made 7 of them. I don't have the stats for the free throws if he went to the line. But that's what happened. So who was the second?
81 points.
81 points,
this
mind you.
This nigga's fighting for his life.
Yes. The next person who has the second amount of points scored for that team was Smush Parker, the point guard. He scored 13 points and shot the ball only 11 times.
I said that's why that nigga scored 81 points.
Right.
He had no choice. He was fighting
for his life,
bro. That is not a good thing. I know, that's why I said, we love to praise Kobe. But if the second highest player only scored, How many points?
13.
13 points. That is a shitty ass team.
Right.
And yes, I'm throwing shade to the niggas that was on that was on the team with Kobe during that time. Y'all players were ass, bro.
Yeah.
There's no way he should have scored that points. And even if he did, why is the second highest nigga only scoring 13? He knew y'all niggas was ass.
Right.
He said, you know, bro, just pass me the ball.
This is what got us. Because I didn't detail look at this. Mind you, Kobe scored 81 points, but he wasn't even the player who was on the court the most. The person who had the most minutes out there was Lamar Odom. He scored 8 points. You know how many field goals he actually scored that game?
How many?
1. He shot the ball 7 times.
He was running suicide. That nigga was out there conditioning. He was out there conditioning.
And the 8 points was the fourth most points scored for that team. And Chris Mihm with 12 points. Yo, if a player is shooting 46 times in that game, like Charisma has said, he was fighting for his life out there.
And again, now that's great for him, his stats as an individual player. But as a team collectively, the fact that he scored that many and the second highest scored 13, the whole roster, except Cody, needs to be reevaluated.
Yeah, out of all the players who out there, only 7 people out of the whole roster of the whole bench. So let's just say, give or take, 15 people. Only 7 of them actually got points. Everybody else.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, because we have 3 players here who shot the ball but didn't make any shots in that game. So yeah, and as basketball fans, if anybody's definitely been a basketball fan around that time, we count this as the most points scored in NBA history. We do not count Wilt Chamberlain because we have no footage of Wilt Chamberlain ever scoring anything. And someone pointed out that he had shot the free throws 20. He made 28 free throws. This nigga was ass at the free throw line. That is until we see footage, which we never have. That game doesn't count. Kobe Bean Bryant scored the most points in NBA history with 81 points. And real quick, with sports, Tristan Thompson?
Yes.
Tristan Thompson.
So, Tristan Thompson, guys, got in trouble a few weeks ago.
First of all, he's in the NBA. Let me just throw that out. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even, first of all, I didn't even stop playing. Because let's be honest, nowadays, we know Tristan Thompson as being Khloe Kardashian's cheating baby daddy.
Yeah, and he has multiple baby mamas.
Yes, we also know too, he cheated on her multiple times.
Right.
So a few weeks ago it came out that Tristan Thomas had failed his drug test, and a lot of people thought it was odd because the NBA allows weed. So there was like, what could the, what
could you be taking? Because everybody, they did at one point ban weed from basketball players to do that. However, Commissioner Silver, I couldn't think, whatever, he lifted it. So at this point, there really shouldn't be anybody that's, suspended for enhancements, if you will, or drugs, if you will. And he was taking
performance
thank you
enhancing drugs
and shit that weightlifters be taking.
Now, people were just like, how was he taking performance enhancing drugs? And it was not enhancing his performance.
Right. There was an episode of New York Undercover.
Niggas didn't even know.
Right.
Niggas wouldn't even know. Like, what? You still suck.
Okay, first of all, I already felt the way about Tristan Thompson a long time ago. One, because Gilbert Arenas had made this point. Any nigga that actually has like waves in his hair ain't really good at basketball. Like look at Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant got BBs, but Kevin Durant balled because he's not caring about his hair. He out on the court scoring buckets, being an all-star, being an NBA champion. Tristan Thompson has 360 waves. So he obviously ain't, whatever. So when he was able to come back on the team, because mind you, he was actually, he was working for ESPN. He went to the Lakers there. I don't know if it's towards the end of their season or in the playoffs, but they basically just needed a body because either somebody got hurt or got COVID or got traded or whatever. Now he plays for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now at which he played for before and won a ring with. I didn't even know that he was still playing basketball until I saw a video of him getting mad at at the referees for not getting the ball down because it was stuck in the goal or something like that. To the point now, I'm thinking, Tristan Thompson, outside of the University of Texas, he was not that nigga. He was just there.
You big for no reason. I remember you the whole time just standing in the middle getting no boards. You better stop it.
And so when I'm hearing that he's taking performance enhancing and drugs, it was not enhancing his performance
At all.
So there was an episode.
Niggas didn't even know that he was playing.
Right, like he's not even a starter. So there's an episode of New York Undercover that one of the basketball players took some drugs. Right. When we watched this, Charisma and I didn't know that we had the same thought, that we thinking, oh, he about to go dumb on the court.
You know Rich Paul's agent?
Well, yeah, because I mean, he was there with the Cavaliers by the time.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, how much money was he making? You was gonna tell me that? Hold that thought. There's an episode of New York Undercover. Nigga was taking drugs, and we think, oh, he about to go dumb, and he died on the court. Like we think that's kind of like where we were going with. How much money was he making? Because I think he was gonna mention that.
So because of him testing positive, he's suspended for 25 games.
Yes.
And according to him being out for 25 days, because of that, he's losing $726,465
Per game.
No, not per game.
Total.
Total.
Oh.
But he makes about $30,000 per game.
Yeah, it's about right. Cause
And I was even shocked at that. I was like, damn, like.
and then they take it out child support.
Yeah, you got on the damn baby.
What's the little albino looking nigga name? Blake Griffin. Same thing.
He might not even get re-signed because he's only on a 1-year contract.
Yeah, like I mentioned, they just need a body.
Yeah, because allegedly too, y'all. So I guess before he came back to the Cavaliers, he was working as the commentator, doing something for ESPN. You know who got him the job? Kris Jenner.
Hey.
Apparently, all she had to do was make one phone call.
You know what's so crazy?
And this nigga got a job.
Everybody didn't know what his voice sounded like until he worked with his.
Hi, this is Tristan Thompson. He sounds like a very proper white guy.
Beforehand, but we've seen it before in the finals, and Perk, you're on the team, and
like he's very proper.
A chow.
I didn't even know the nigga was Canadian. Yeah. I was even shocked when I said, "Oh my gosh."
A Canadian, 7 foot for nothing.
Yeah.
Taking a performance enhancing drug. I try not to get on athletes because they obviously living out their dreams, but sometimes we gotta call a spade a spade. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Do you have? Can you believe this shit?
Well, I'm just gonna use this just on top of the dome. Y'all recently, the way I said it, recently.
What?
Demi Lovato was performing.
This is so fucked up.
At a concert where it was for.
It wasn't even like a concert.
It was like a benefit,
yeah,
if you will, a benefit. I kept saying that a lot today. Benefit for like women who were survivors of heart attacks. I don't know the technical term.
I think it was like a heart association.
Something for the heart, right? Now, mind you guys, I totally forgot about this, and maybe the people who booked her for this show probably did too, or didn't think that she was just going to throw this in her set list. Mm-hmm. She has a song called Heart Attack.
Why the fuck she singing that the song? She said, "I think I have a heart attack." Yeah, why she do that?
And
read the room.
Yeah, like
talk about being fucking tone deaf. See, this is something I said. Here's why Demi Lovato performed it's a cardiovascular heart health concert. I wonder, did they pick her because of the heart attack song?
Maybe they.
You know what I mean? That's like, she's on our topic.
Oh, like they went to Apple Music and just typed that in. There we go. Yeah, she's most recent. They probably got another song from a nigga that died at 78 or some shit. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I like Demi. I really do. But I don't know what the fuck happened. Ever since that she got back into music and she didn't make the album that I thought she was like, I thought her career was going to change after Tell Me You Love Me, that album. That album is incredible.
Yeah, because people were even commenting said, I think heart attack should have been left off the list considering there was a room full of people who have had a heart attack.
Right.
I just don't understand the motivation behind this.
Right.
Oh, so they said... some fans actually defended Lovato.
Okay.
In noting she experienced a heart attack herself after overdosing in 2018.
Oh, she had that.
So that
I don't want to say it on camera.
I guess that was the reason why she performed it, because she's like, I've had a heart attack too.
I think I don't know.
I still don't think that's appropriate.
Still, yeah, because this was just as bad as when that one time where I think it's a prom where it was a girl that was in a wheelchair and they was going to do their dance between the king and the queen, and it was the Ed Sheeran song. Mind you, the first lyric, "When your legs don't work like they used to before," timing was bad. Timing was bad, and so that is just as to me. Just as equivalent to this. You think about this? Baby, yeah. Yeah. All right. Anything else before we get out of here?
Let me just do this quickly. This quick. Can you believe this shit?
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I'll be really quick, guys. So it says Chinese woman reportedly decides to leave her 2.8 million fortune to her pet. Says her children didn't visit her when she was ill. She said an elderly woman in China has decided to leave her 2.8 million fortune to her cats and dogs instead of her children. According to reports, the woman, who only identified by the name as Lu, had initially included her 3 children in her will she made 3 years back. She reportedly left them money and property, but has changed her mind, saying that her children did not take care of her when she was sick and don't make an effort to contact her. She recently changed her will and insisted that all the money must be used to take care of her pets and any of their offspring after she dies.
Oh no, like little puppies.
Yeah.
Kittens and puppies.
Pretty much. She's appointed a local veterinary clinic as the administrator of the inheritance and taking care of the animals.
I'm sorry.
Why you say like a little pup?
I ain't gonna lie. I think I got that how I said it from Jameis Winston. When he already was done playing with Florida State and he was like in the NFL, but they had the game on Labor Day. And so they was losing. Florida State was losing to Ole Miss. So he go in his locker room talking to him like,
brothers, your team, your heartbeat. We some dogs. We ain't no puppies.
But people are saying too, like, what kind of mother are you to where your kids don't even want to visit you?
Right. Yeah. Points were made. Let's start there first.
There has to be a reason.
Yeah, because ain't nobody like. Here's the thing.
Because my thing is too, you must have been a good mother because the fact that you're showing you're kind of a bitch if you leave them to
the female dogs. I'm saying you was right there.
Your dogs in their offspring, bro. Not you saying not just my dogs, but my dog's kids. That's crazy.
So who gonna take care of the dogs then? Because
the clinic.
The clinic. So they making sure that money goes.
That's crazy.
That is a can you believe this shit for real? That's a good one.
All right, y'all.
All right. Well, until next time, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.